In Malawi, a small country in southern Africa, an exceptional collection of wildlife lives along the Shire River and benefits daily from its vast water reserve. 402 kilometers long, the river is the only outlet of Lake Malawi, third largest of Africa's Great Lakes. But just hours away, in the vicinity of the mountains of Phirilongwe, the human beings don't share the same destiny as that of these animals. They live along the Great Rift Valley in a particularly arid region covered with savanna. Deprived of drinking water, isolated and cut off from the rest of the world, men, women, and children struggle to survive. Because water is vital, they are forced to recover, drop by drop, water that is unhealthy, but which oozes through to the surface naturally at rare spots. First come, first served. The daily collection of water is exhausting and takes hours. It's a matter of life and death. To put an end to this unbearable situation, the inhabitants of Phirilongwe will join forces and attempt to halt their isolation by building a road to the heart of the African savanna that will change their lives. This year, the government financed the construction of a bridge on the main trail leading to Phirilongwe. Now it is time to strip away the formwork. The structure should withstand the heaviest vehicles without difficulty. This dried-up watercourse that is awoken from its bed each year in the rainy season should no longer present an obstacle to those journeying to Phirilongwe. Kurt Dahlin is an American pastor. On mission in the country, he is particularly attentive to the birth of this new bridge.
Going and coming, waiting for this to be finished so we can drive on it. We're pretty excited.
Each year, Kurt comes to Malawi to dig wells for those who still have no access to drinking water.
I'm really excited to see any road construction taking place here in Malawi. I've been coming for 24 years, and one of the things that I feel is very important to the development and the rising of Malawi is good road access. So we have two different areas we're trying to reach here in the Phirilongwe Federal Reserve that are impossible to get to.
Kurt knows the isolation and distress of the inhabitants of Phirilongwe. He also knows that with no passable road to reach the remotest people, his mission will be sorely compromised. In Africa, over 300 million people have no access to drinking water. Malawi is no exception, and yet a solution exists: dig wells. The inhabitants of Phirilongwe are aware that the drilling rigs cannot come to them unless they join forces and, together, build a stretch of road through the bush. The dwellings are sparsely scattered and, strictly speaking, aren't really villages at all. Isolated, with no roads, they are several hours' walk from the main track, the nearest villages, schools, and markets.
It's taken us about 3 hours on a dirt road to get here where we are now today. And at the end of this road, there is a number of villages that are inaccessible. And because of the great difficulty of getting into this area, even with the vehicles we have, it makes it impossible for drilling trucks to get here. So we are going to go as far as we can, and we'll determine the best way to get a road in here.
As every day, Jacinta must walk 4 kilometers to fetch the water that ensures her whole family's survival. She patiently waits her turn for a chance to fill her bucket.
The water here that we drink isn't good. We have to share it with the frogs, as well as the turtles, the lizards, the snakes, the dogs, the hyenas, and whole herds that drink here. Look how dirty the water is. It's a problem for women like us. We have to fetch the water and carry it home to use it. During the rainy season, all the germs fall here.
Fetching water is a woman's job, regardless of her age or state of health. In Phirilongwe, access to drinking water is a real emergency.
This is the difficulty of getting back in this area. Is there's 3 major places like this that we have to cross and to resolve. This isn't even the most difficult one. There's another one even bigger than this up ahead. So we'll have to figure this out, Edwin.
Edwin is Kurt's right-hand man in the field. Throughout the year, he travels the region and determines which places to help out first. If there's a road, he can come and dig a well.
You remember that really difficult part of the road as we were coming in with the rocks? I think that needs to be filled in better there in order for the truck to get there.
Yeah.
So that would be the first area of my concern, first area of difficulty that they should work on.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that section, Edwin? Because it looked pretty difficult.
I think just because they are like steep rivers, which are 3 of them, it will take at least a month. So instead, we had to make a diversion.
They'll have to create a new road altogether.
Yes.
Around, especially if the rain comes, we'll never be able to get through there. We need to get the drillers in here just as quick as we can.
Before the rain.
So let's go check it out, and let's go see what we got to do here, Edwin, to make this possible.
Are you well, Chief Chawa?
Hello.
It's good to see you.
Thank you.
So we are planning to have boreholes
Yes.
in this area.
For months,
Chief-
Edwin has been in contact with the chief of this village located to the north of Phirilongwe. The first well to be brought online will have a wide catchment in this zone. Relieved that a well is being installed for his community, the chief nevertheless makes sure nobody has been forgotten.
This way, we will be more respectful of our friends who live here and who go to fetch their water on that hill over there.
We have plans for the drillers to come soon to this location at Phirilongwe Hills. We have to build this road. So I'm so happy to see so many of you out here today to work willingly to do this. So maybe you woke up today and said, this is a dream come true. Alulu tira, avina vina. Alumpa Loompa. Okay, let's get started.
Despite a lack of suitable equipment, all are determined to build this road so that the drilling truck can pass.
This is extremely difficult. This is probably our most challenging borehole project that we've ever done. But I'm pretty excited about it because so many people are willing to help out. There's an African proverb. It says, if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together.
Throughout the year, Kurt collects money to finance the wells. This year, the success of his project depends as much on donors as on the enthusiasm of the Phirilongwe residents on the ground. Just 3 kilometers away to the south of Phirilongwe, Jacinta has returned home and is preparing a meal for the whole family.
Whether you go to the waterhole at 6 in the morning or 6 at night, you always find somebody there. Sometimes we even have to sleep there, and we make a fire. Sometimes we even have to go far into the mountains to fetch water.
Jacinta and John have been married for 18 years. They have had 8 children together, 6 of whom still live with them. The single bucket of unclean water fetched daily is used for all domestic tasks: drinking, cooking, washing up, and washing the youngest children. North of Phirilongwe, locals who have waited since time immemorial for a well to be dug are exhausted by the work and the heat.
We're not just putting holes in the ground to please donors. We want people to have water, and we want them to have it for a long, long time. So I'm really excited about this community of people, how hard they're going to work to make this really a dream come true for them. They can't even imagine that this is happening to them right now.
For the first time, a drilling truck has ventured into this isolated region of the world, and it's a major event. Reaching the end of the still passable trail, the drivers must now take the new stretch of road cleared by the villagers. But they remain cautious. One forgotten stump could shred a tire and bring their progress to a halt.
So good to see you. We've waited so long for you.
The villagers hastily finish off the last few meters with their pickaxes.
Let's go. They'll tell us where to unload all this.
Looking at the whole area, it shows that this is the right place for a borehole in a sense of its physical features. It's not like on a hill that it's like rocky, or it's not like on the river, but it's just at the right place.
Edwin's very positive there's water here, and so we like that positivity. So we're going to test that right now. We're going to have the guys back in, and we're going to get them going. We've been waiting a long, long time for this to happen, so we just want to see some water coming out of the ground.
After the drill is installed, the work begins. Adding bits as it goes, the drill penetrates the soil, bringing sand and broken rocks to the surface. As the hours creep by, the work continues under a blazing sun. Everyday heroes, the members of the drilling crew work relentlessly. Their mission is to bring water to the remotest settlements, and it's a mammoth task. Every 5 feet or so, the length of a drilling bit, they sample the soil to observe its composition. Suddenly, Edwin is alerted by the texture of the soil. The humidity of the sand is a very encouraging sign. At a depth of 21 meters, the water table has been reached, but they will have to dig down to 40 meters to be sure of having enough water, even in periods of great drought. Attentive to the changes taking place before their eyes, the villagers are already preparing the next course. Stones, bricks, and sand. Everyone is set to work finding the materials needed to consolidate the inside of the well and to build up its edge. Another few days of effort, and the women can stop fetching dozens of liters of dirty water forever. This morning, to the south of Phirilongwe, Jacinta and her community are burning and cleaning last season's cotton plantations before the rains come. The problems linked to the lack of water force them to make impossible choices.
Water is a terrible problem here. If you want to drink, you can't look after your crops. And if you go to the fields, it means you'll have nothing to drink.
While their parents work in the fields, the children indulge in their favorite pastime, termite gathering. But to them, catching insects isn't just a game. Meanwhile, to the north, it's time for the final fittings. The 40 meters of tubes that will lead down to the underground water table are assembled and secured. The workers know that in a few hours, their work will be finished. Soon they will inject compressed air into the base of the well to send the water gushing to the surface.
Are here in November, and in America we have this very unique Halloween holiday. It's reported that Americans would spend $8.4 billion on candy and costumes, and I can't help but think that much of that money could be spent better.
A new well, a drop of water on the scale of Malawi, but a river in the hearts of the men who work to make this happen. For the first time in their lives, the children are permitted to play with water, a perfectly clear water they've never seen before, that gushes forth in profusion. The water coming to the surface is so precious that they quickly install buckets all around so as not to waste a drop.
That's good. Yes, that's good.
Thank you.
After having carried hundreds upon hundreds of buckets throughout her life, Margaret is tired. Now the water's flowing in abundance. It's an immense relief.
I'm so glad. Now we can have as much water as we like because the well is so close. Right next door to my home.
After this first successful well, the drilling team is waiting. The inhabitants of South Phirilongwe have also decided to build a stretch of road. If they want their lives to change, they'll have to open a tricky access into the bush for more than 300 meters. Then the drill can continue on its way and reach the village where Jacinta, John, and their children live. Once again, men are ready to pitch in and carve the necessary stretch of road out of the forest. All the villagers, John first among them, hope that their efforts will not be in vain.
We're very happy with the idea of having water. We're building this road to have a chance of getting a well, because we've been struggling with water problems for ages.
Driven by the fierce desire to have access to drinking water, they spare no effort and put their hearts into building this new road. The drilling truck will soon be able to access this zone. And here too, it won't go unnoticed.
Did you see how the children ran away when the cars arrived? That's because they'd never seen them before. When you came, my children ran home and asked, "Mum, what's that?" I said, "That's a car." It's the first time for them, because we have no roads.
I'm just hoping to spend the next few days here finishing up, which has been a long project, to get water out here. So we're kind of excited about this new beginning here at Jacinta's house. She just lives not too far away. And this will be great because there's a lot of people that would really benefit. As we look around here, there's houses. We walk through a little main street of town.
As soon as they arrive, the drillers return to work. There's no time to lose. Like many women, Jacinta delays her chores so as to watch the drilling progress.
Our lives will change. We'll drink clean water. That'll change everything. We'll no longer have diarrhea. Our children will be happy and in good health because they suffer from drinking dirty water. When we have the well, they'll be healthy and be able to go to school.
A 2-hour walk from Jacinta's, along the main trail, lies a village. Accessible by road, Maloya has already had drinking water for several years. Aside from quenching their thirst, a well provides the locals with much better sanitary conditions and hygiene. In Malawi, 45% of the population is under 14. Despite the distance to be covered, the school in Maloya is beneficial for the children who manage to attend. Schoolteacher Edith Kachingwe, who has been here for 3 years, is a city dweller who comes from the north of the country. For her, educating the children of Maloya is a daily test.
A lot of children here are suffering just because they are lacking water, because they walk long distances fetching for water. Some are coming here to school without even taking a bath. Yeah, that's the main challenge. And even their parents are walking long distances looking for water. Yeah, that's a big challenge here.
Innocent Sodzella, the head teacher, is powerless in the face of his pupils' poverty.
We do have a lot of children that drop out of school because of lack of essential things. We have a lot of vulnerable children in our area that do not even go to school. They feel they are not looking like their friends who are well-to-do in their families are looking like. So they just drop alone.
Yet, during the day, the school offers children a guarantee of drinking water and toilets, access to essential hygiene. But dozens of children aren't lucky enough to go to school. Near Jacinta's house, the drilling continues, closely watched by the residents and by operatives who have been working in shifts through the day. Bringing sand up from the depth has become a ritual. But for now, there's still no trace of water.
It all happens at this depth. Beyond that, there is no hope. 40 meters is the maximum for a good well. Here, we've dug down to 50 meters without finding the slightest sound of water. We can't be seen to be tired, because this is what we do. We're here to install a well before we go home.
We were so glad when the drill came, because it meant that soon we'd have clean water close by. We won't be discouraged. Do everything you can to look everywhere to find us drinking water.
Kurt and his team announced the bad news, but giving up is out of the question.
So he's very much sure that after some investigation, some surveying, water will be found. Yeah.
A few days after the dig, the finishing around the first well has been completed. All the women can finally benefit from it. For Margaret, whose home is 100 meters from the well, fetching water from a waterhole is now a distant memory.
All of this was forest. It was forest and nobody lived here. My husband and I were among the first to settle here. There was no water, so we had to fetch it from the mountain. Sometimes we were chased by monkeys and had to leave our buckets where they were. We had to go back to the village and ask the men to accompany us to the waterhole. While the women took the water, the men would hunt the monkeys. When we left, the monkeys came back to drink from the same hole. But now it's all different.
Now, life is easier here, but that's not the case for all the inhabitants of the Phirilongwe Mountains.
You're doing your best, but we don't know why it won't work. I'm really sad for our friends who live over there.
Ndinu oyeradi ambuye nkoyenera ndithu kuti zolengedwa zanu zonse zikuyamike. Lomwe lidzaperekedwa chifukwa cha inu.
Day after day, the drilling continues without success. A dry well that is closed is like a gash in the hearts of the inhabitants.
After such a setback, feeling very, very sad and heartbroken for the people that are suffering out here, motivated us to call in a 20-year expert here, Mike. So we're going to look at a couple different areas, but when Edwin and I drove by here, we thought this is a promising location because it has some topography. It looks like there could be a fault line here where water can find access through rock. So this particular machine is looking for soft areas that would contain waters.
Now the hopes of an entire community rest squarely on the shoulders of Michael Chilungani, hydrogeologist. Yet he can't claim with certainty the presence of water at less than 50 meters, for at that depth it becomes too difficult to pump the water manually.
When we are looking for water, we don't normally see water as you can see it in the glass or in a cup. We only read the soil formation.
The field studies continue throughout the day in a search for the best place to dig another well. Despite a few dry attempts at drilling, the inhabitants of South Phirilongwe are not giving up.
Tell me what I can expect here.
Here we expect to get water from 25 to 40 meters.
So where's that? Show me on here how that works.
It's here.
This one?
Yeah.
We've said, everybody, these roads that you're building are roads for the future. These are roads of vision, health, community development, child education. Everything depends on clean, sustainable water.
Yes.
So we've called you out here. We're desperate here to get water in.
Yeah, that's true.
We know that it's going to rain soon, and we've heard it's been raining everywhere except here.
At least
here.
It should come after we have done our job.
That's it.
Armed with his new field study, Mike has opted for a spot close to a dried-up riverbed. More and more of the locals monitor the drilling. The sky is darkening. The air is saturated with moisture. As thousands of insects emerge from the soil, the hope of seeing water gush forth is dwindling by the hour. Yet men will dig until dusk. Failure once again. In the morning, the drilling team knows its time is running out. They must quickly find water for this community. It's already November, and the coming rainy season will wipe out any last hopes.
We know that you've worked so hard on the road to be able to get this drilling rig here. And it makes me so sad to see this come up dry. So we'll keep working. We just have such expectation for these little kids, these people. So we're gonna do something about it. We're gonna make it happen. That's our commitment.
We're like prisoners. They have to use dirty water like us. There's no difference. That's what we're faced with. When I was young, I didn't expect to one day face these problems. This is how we live here.
For Jacinta's family, life goes on. John knows that soon violent storms will come. To protect his family, he has only some plastic sheeting and some hay bales. Though the arrival of the rains is good news, as it will irrigate the fields, it is also the bringer of deadly epidemics. When it runs through the holes where the women fetch water, the rains carries millions of bacteria.
Many people suffer from diarrhea. I lost one of my sisters because she drank water that wasn't drinkable. She caught cholera and died.
Unfortunately, cholera epidemics aren't the only threats linked to the lack of drinking water and the coming of the rains.
Go on. Go home.
Dysentery, typhoid, nobody is spared. The mortality rate in Malawi is still very high, and the first victims are children. The very thing the workers feared has happened. Trapped by the mud, the truck is stuck. Drilling has stopped. In just a few hours, torrential rain cuts off all access. Devastated, Kurt must make a decision.
We're just heartbroken for Jacinta and her village, where they're still getting water out of that pit with 30 or 40 frogs, and so it's not the end that we wanted for Jacinta.
Please carry on helping us. We beg you. Please do not abandon us. And perhaps God will hear our prayers. We're not asking for much, but please don't leave us without water. Carry on.
Taking advantage of a lull, the team has decided to leave Phirilongwe via Maloya. But the relentless demands of the locals have got through to Kurt and his team. Perhaps one last well is possible. Unfortunately, the drilling rig can't cross the ravine in the trail. Once again, the men of Phirilongwe will take their destiny in their hands and join forces to rebuild the road.
We have major problems getting around because of the rivers. There are no bridges. When the water level in the rivers is high, people die because they can't cross to go to the hospital.
All the inhabitants know that this attempt at drilling is their last chance.
Because of the presence of this mountain, there is like an underground bed of rocks over almost all this region. It's very difficult for the drillers. That's why they haven't found water.
In fact, we almost gave up that since we have been having so many attempts of been drilling, and we said, okay, let me risk it one more chance. So today, we just started drilling, and then now there's plenty of water at last.
We were used to drinking that water. Just imagine, with this rain, all the germs that are here. I won't come to this place to fetch water anymore. Now we have a well and we no longer need to come here. We are so happy to have this well.
That's it. Now I can look after my crops, do my chores, start a business.
New vendors have moved into the market in Maloya. For the first time in their lives, Jacinta and her friend Elube have something to sell at the market. Thanks to the well water, they can cook fritters and earn a little money for food, clothing, and finally, build their road to a better future.
There's two great problems in Malawi. The first one's water, the second one's roads. And so whenever we can encourage people themselves to build their roads, we're doing that. And we saw the indication here that they're quite willing and ready to take matters into their own hands, which we really like about the Malawian people.